Bears as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Chicago Bears and the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Quarterback Mitchell Trubisky leading out the Chicago Bears. Former number 2 overall pick out of Carolina. Big improvements in year 2 for Trubisky. Touchdown spiked from 7 to 24. Yards per game went up by almost 50. And, of course, most importantly, the Bears went from 5 wins to 12 and an NFC North title. Play action. Now Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they want.
Not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Mixon with a first down carry. He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Trubisky. And this is caught at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there. And he's got a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After the interception, here's Trubisky connecting with Burton here over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Hey, Delta.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Man 5-7. Check, rip. Check, hot route. Hot. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Flag. Check 24, check 24. Ref. Check 24, watch 24. Shift. Motion, check. Shift. Done.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Oh, yeah. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go, D.
Now Joe Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Two 1st downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. This pass complete. Wentz to Ertz. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
82.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
81. Mike spoke forward. Go. Screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that?
on, what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too? Because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. A big play there just before halftime. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
You got it. You got it.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Elliott puts this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check, 59. Come on.
To throw is Wentz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Switch gears. 57.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
To throw, it's Wentz. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 36.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
44, Mike, 44. Right here. Slam. Sunday. Greystone, travel.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Watch the twist.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Check tight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Nixon will try the right side. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Caught out left side by Robinson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Trubisky to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Let's go, D.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive. knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 16 yards, a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. And you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. So they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting. Understanding a few tendencies and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot. They dialed up the pressure and got to him.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll run on first down. Mixon. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Again, it's Mixon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run with Mixon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 6. 1:53 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. Play action. Now Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Trubisky. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play